Hey guys, my name is Dari. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I would really like to compare American and Russian universities. I'm originally from Moscow, Russia, and that's where I had my undergraduate studies. And right now, I'm studying for an MBA in New York City for almost a year already. So trust me, I have a lot to compare, and the differences are huge. So let's get it started, and please promise to me, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Let's go! So guys, welcome to my university. Let me give you a tour around. So as you can see, the territory is big, but comparing to some other American universities, it's not even that big. And here we go to the main difference. In Russia, we don't have university towns. There are just a few universities all around the country who has campuses that will remind you of the university town, but the majority of universities is just the building or several buildings if it's a big university that are located in the city. Here I would like to mention that my university in Moscow, Plekhanov Russian University of Economics, was kind of an exception because it has 8 different buildings, but they're located in the same place. So you can actually go outside to these buildings and it's on the closed territory. So it kind of reminds of university town, but to be honest, it's so small, like it's nothing compared to these territories. My university in Moscow also didn't have so many parking lots. It was located near subway, so almost all students used the public transportation. One of the things that impressed me the most here is the university sport culture in the USA. At my American university, we have around 7 sport fields on campus, such as those for tennis, baseball, lacrosse, soccer, basketball, and other types of sport. Until I actually came to the USA, I couldn't even imagine how university sport is gigantic here. Here, universities put so much investment into this, and they also gave very good scholarship. And it seems to me that it's the easiest way to get education and university education here for free, or almost for free in the States, where universities' fees are, can I say, extraordinarily expensive, because they really are. It's to get a sports scholarship, because university really put lots of money on students here, on coaches, and also establishing different stadiums at university. Let me just say that in Russia it's absolutely not like that. Yes, there are universities who are competing with each other in different sports, there are some competitions. Also, university try kind of to invest into this, but let me be honest, they definitely are university teams not performing in the most popular stadiums in Russia. There is not so much investment into this, it's not that popular. A couple of months ago, I attended a basketball game at my university and was pleasantly surprised. There was a security check and police presence for safety. We were given some free food and team t-shirts. Then we also listened to the national anthem and the game began. At times, it was very intense and impressive, and I especially enjoyed the performance by the cheerleading squad. Overall, it was super cool. Just the idea of going to some university competition in basketball, to some arena in Moscow, I would be like, why would I go there? But here in the States, actually so many people are going, and it's amazing. I really like this vibe. And right now we are going to listen one interesting speaker. Today we listened to Jonathan Kamen, USAID Mission Director for Rwanda, who spoke about microfinance and social entrepreneurship. After studying in American university for almost 2 months, I'm actually super surprised about the amount of guests that university is invited to speak for the student. We have just in few subjects, every week we have someone. Like it can be a specialist from risk management field or economics or finance, entrepreneurship. Like few events almost every single day you can meet here in different campuses. Here in Russia, to be honest, we don't have that much. After 4 years of studying, I think I can remember just 3 or 4 speakers, which is not at all compared to here. So definitely here it's on the other level, and I like it a lot.
We have a Zoom. What is
Hi, this is a fundraising event for the university. We paid $7 for this. We're about to make hearts in ceramic and also related to St. Valentine's celebration.
Yeah, here we go. I don't want to make a heart. Let's do some cap, shall we? So here we go. This is a holder for jewelry. I love it actually, not that bad I think for the first time. I'm gonna paint it tomorrow. And in general, like this event was amazing and I was happy to participate in the fundraising for charity. And what I noticed overall in the States that there are so many events. Like there are different clubs and societies at universities that organize every single day something. And in Russia, I don't remember that it was something like that. We did had some clubs. I was participating in the student union and we had several events, but it's definitely wasn't every single day as it here. So I'm not going to lie, I love it. Later we came to our class, and here is, by the way, how the room looked like. Today we studied about competition between Coke and Pepsi, by the way. And here is how a typical classroom looked like in my university in Moscow.
By the way, Dari, what is the best way to support your channel?
The best way is to push the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also if you want to do a little bit more, you can send a donation via Buy Me a Coffee platform.
Okay, and why is this platform so special?
It's a very user-friendly platform where you can make a donation in less than a minute and also send me a message there and I will get the full amount. And today I would really like to thank Buy Me a Coffee for sponsoring this video. Together we decided to have an interesting collaboration. For everyone who will send me any donations in the next 3 weeks, I will send a link to a very entertaining extra video where my American friends and I explored the post-Soviet cuisine in New York City. We visited different spots, few of them were in Brighton Beach, and tried many delicious dishes, explained them to you, and also shared our impressions. It's going to be so much fun. So guys, I will attach the link to Buy Me a Coffee in the description of this video. I will send a link to the video to the email that you provide there. The only thing, guys, please allow me up to 24 hours to send it to you, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it a lot. So thank you so much. Another difference that I noticed while studying in the USA is actually the difference between the relationship with the professors and students. When I was studying in Russia, often it seemed to me that professors felt like they're above you. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but they're like more powerful, kind of more important than you, so their word will be more important than yours. While in the States, honestly, it feels to me that students and professors are more equal with each other. They can talk about life, about some, I don't know, life experiences. Also, in some events, they can actually have a glass of wine together. And this is amazing, and I honestly prefer this way. And I'm not saying that everywhere in Russia, professors are kind of above students, if you know what I mean. But often I felt so, and many other of my friends feel the same way. Honestly, when I was studying in Russian university, I had a few bad experiences where professors allowed themselves too much. For example, sometimes they were screaming at us, or even one professor told me quite rudely that she'll fail me if I'm gonna say anything else. So it was very unpleasant. But here I would like to pay attention that all those professors were kind of from Soviet Union, like the younger professors, I know experiences this behavior with younger ones. Here in the USA, I don't feel it at all. Everybody is really respectful, very nice, sometimes even too respectful. Like I kind of have a feeling that sometimes they're a bit cautious of what they're saying so they wouldn't offend anyone. But overall, I like this situation with the relationship between professors and students in the USA more. Another small but interesting difference that I noticed is that in the USA, many professors have graduate assistants. It's a graduate students who help them with some tasks such as preparation for the classes, maybe preparation for some presentation or putting grades to the students. And actually, I'm one of the graduate assistants myself, and I never heard about anything like that in Russia, like from anyone at all. Let me show you a little bit around my American university. Just look how many spots for studies. I like this a lot. And here are a few shots of my university from Moscow. And right now we're actually in the toilet because here we also have a difference. It's not just about universities, but in general between US and Russia. And the main difference is this. Look at this hole in the end of the door. Like, why? Why it's so big? I don't understand. It's like everywhere, and here too. Maybe it's just Russians who pay attention to that, but in my country we have the door which is closing until like the end. And in Europe, mostly it's also like that. So in the first weeks in the States, to be honest, I felt very uncomfortable because it was like, where is the privacy? Why it's like this? I also appreciate that there are almost always free personal hygiene products available for girls. We didn't have that in Russia. Another thing that I noticed is that in the USA there are just so many fast food options, and my university here is not exception. We had quite a few of them and almost no healthy options to eat. And in Russia the station was completely different. We didn't have any fast food branches inside of the university, and most of buffets, like the food there, was quite healthy. Of course you still can find some healthy options at St. John's, but there is definitely more fast food. My university in New York City has two different campuses. The one in Queens I already showed you, but we also have campus in Manhattan, exactly where I'm right now. So let's go to check it out. Probably one of the biggest differences between educational system in Russia and the USA is that actually in the USA you don't need to choose a specialization like major and minor in the first 2 years of your studies. You need to choose this only on the third year. And in Russia, by the way, we don't have first of all major and minor. You can choose only one specialization and you have to choose it immediately. So from when you are 17 and study it for 4 years, and you cannot change it anyhow. Personal example, I started studying linguistics. After 7 months of studies, I realized that it's not really my thing, but it was so much complicated to drop the school and start the next year. I'm gonna lose 1 year plus quite a lot of money, and I decided to continue studying it, but some of my friends drop it and start all over again, so it's very complicated. And like here in this case, I like the American system much more, that you actually can try different things before choosing it, and you don't need to drop university for that. Another big difference is that in the USA you can actually choose the classes that you want to study in the semester. Let me give you an example. I study in MBA and I have 8 mandatory classes that I have to take, and also 4, let's say, curriculum classes from my specialization that I can choose from out of 16 classes. And these 8 classes, each semester I can choose whatever I want. Obviously it doesn't work for many specializations in the States, such as like in the medical field or probably lawyer, but still you have this choice that you can choose classes. In Russia we don't have it. Like honestly, I remember that after 4 years of studies there was only a choice twice when I could choose between 2 classes which one I want to take. So definitely for me this situation in the USA, the system in the USA working more, but again it's like personal preferences. By the way, let me know what you would prefer. And also in Russia you cannot drop the class. just for comparison, let me show you more shots of my Russian university. And now let's go to drink some water. Actually, in Russia, we don't have free water anywhere, and at university including. So here, when I just came to the USA, I was so happy that you can actually have a free water during your studies. What a pleasure to study with this view on Manhattan, isn't it? By the way, I just realized that this is the last day of my studies for this week, and next week, guess what? We have a spring break. I was a bit shocked because we just started studying 1.5 months ago, and we already have a spring break. Like, why? In Russia, we don't have so much holidays as you have here in the States. For example, in USA, I had 1 month vacation from studies from the middle of December until mid of January. And in Russia, we have just 2 weeks, or maybe even like 10 days, but usually it's 2 weeks. We don't have any spring breaks, and in summer, I will have 3.5 months, while in Russia, we had just 2 months vacations. So, but I was thinking maybe in summer the situation is like that is actually because many people go into different internships, and in Russia, we actually don't do it much. Like, it's not that popular going on a summer internship somewhere. Well, different systems, but we definitely studied more in Russia. Overall, if I can sum up my experience of studying the USA and Russia, I think American system is focused mostly on getting experience and practice, while in Russia you get lots of theory and you study a lot and you actually work after your studies. I also have 2 more Russian students studying with me for an MBA, and I decided to also ask them what are the differences between Russian and American systems.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna. I'm from Moscow, and in Russia I was studying in Russian State University for the Humanities. My major was international relations, and here I'm studying at St. John's University, and my major is completely different, is MBA in marketing management. Overall, I like my experience of studying both in Russia and here, but some differences that I noticed is that here they have more clubs, like students are more engaged into university life, whereas in Russia we just were going to university and back home, and we did it every day for 4 years. We also had some clubs, but it wasn't that engaging, and most students were participating in some events just because they could have higher stipend every month. What I noticed is that here at a university they have a lot of free food. Like every event that you go to, they have pizza or some meals like on normal food, not just fast food. Also in Russia we didn't have university sport, like we didn't have any team, volleyball team, football team, as far as I know. But here it's the huge part of university life, and many students are also engaged in doing sports here. They have like football scholarship, golf scholarship. I know a girl who was in golf team, and she was studying here for free just because she was in golf team, which is super cool, I think. Overall, I prefer American system, but I can say that studying here is much more easier than it was studying in Russia, because in Russia we could have 10 courses for 1 semester, whereas here we have only 3 courses for 1 semester, and we have 3 classes per week, whereas in Russia we had classes every day, like 4-5 classes every day for 4 years, and it was super hard.
Hi everyone, my name is Masha, and I'm also an international student from Russia. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Innovation Studies, so I did my undergrad in Moscow. So the most important thing that I noticed in educational systems is that networking culture here is a big deal. And I would also say that students here are involved into the academic process. Maybe students here are more responsible for their grad school compared to undergraduate studies, I don't know. but they are really engaged. They ask questions, they comment on other students' responses. Another difference is that in Russia you usually study with the same group of people. So for example, you're studying marketing and you're studying with the same classmates for 4 years. And here you study with different people every semester, every class, and generally no one gets to know each other, unfortunately. So in conclusion, I don't want to choose which educational system I like more. I just want to say that I'm grateful to have both experiences. So yeah, thank you.
So my friends, this is already the end of the video. I really hope that you found those differences between Russian and American universities interesting. If so, please give me some feedback in the comments. And also, if you would like to learn more about post-Soviet cuisine in New York City and also to see the reaction of Americans trying it, I'm attaching the link to buy me a coffee in the description of this video. I would really appreciate any of your support there, and I'm gonna try to send you the link to the new video immediately, but please give me up to 24 hours for that. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'm gonna see you pretty soon. Bye bye.